Hi everybody, this is Rebecca Lynn Barkley, aka Boobot1970. This is my review for today. And today's review, ladies and dudes, well, this is it everybody. This is the most biggest moment that everybody has been waiting for, and since my last movie review of the Crocodile Hunter Collision Course. And so for today's movie review, I'm going ahead to do my 5th movie review of Ponyo. Another great Hayao Miyazaki film of all time, and this is truly one of my favorites. And yes, my friends, it is a very underrated film, and it's truly based off in a story called The Little Mermaid, made by Hans Christian Andersen. I already know about the book and the Disney movie of it. So without further ado, ladies and dudes, let's head on to my 5th movie review of Ponyo. So, the movie starts off with this cute little fishy named Ponyo. She had decided to run away from home and start on a new life in the surface to the land that she had never been before when she was a very small fish. And so, when she finally made it to the land she had never seen before, she met a cute little boy named Sosuke, who is 5 years old. He lives on a hill, and he lives with his mother, and he wants to know what kind of life that he's missing when he was a little baby. And so, he and Ponyo met, and they began to know each other so darn well, and they decided to become good friends from now on until later on in the movie, they decided to fall in love with each other. Well, you get the idea. Until one day, there was this very funny-looking wizard named Fujimoto who had decided to kidnap Ponyo and decided to take her back to the sea where she normally belongs. And he's trying to warn her about something that something's bad's going to happen on planet Earth, where somehow, some ways, the water's going to start rising and the land's going to be underwater for who knows how long. But then later on in the story, Ponyo decided to transform herself into a human, and she wants to find a way to reunite with Sosuke again. So I think there's a few questions remain. Will ever Ponyo be a human, or will she ever stay with the one that she loves, or what's going to happen to the world when everything is going to be a big giant flood to the place where they're in right now. So anyway, that is my whole entire review for the plot of Ponyo. Now, to tell you the truth is, ladies and dudes, for what I think about this movie, I just truly love this movie. It had a good storyline, has great characters, I love the animation, I love the score, and I will say that this is one of the best anime movies that has the most brightest animation I have ever seen in my life in so many years in anime history. And so, let's go on to my strongest points and the weakest points of the movie. I will say the strongest points of the movie is 2 things: the animation and the characters. Like I said about the animation, it's so darn beautiful, it's very bright, it's very colorful in so many ways. And let's just say Miyazaki wants to keep his original character designs just the way it is from the last 30 or 40 something years ago when he made his own animation back in his own timeline. And also for the characters, they were so frickin' memorable. I love every single one of the characters who has so many memorable scenes in the whole entire movie. I mean, they were fantastic in so many ways. And as for the weakness, it's 0. I have no weak points at all for this movie. And I will say another strongest point in the movie, that there were so many different things I'd learn about between Ponyo and the Little Mermaid. You know, some stuff that needs to be changed. Like, Ponyo's not gonna trade her voice to become human, and, she fell in love with Sosuke in her young age, and, there's no sea witch in the story, or something else that truly involves with Hans Christian Andersen's story of the Little Mermaid. I mean, Miyazaki wants to make his own Little Mermaid story in so many ways. Even if it's somewhere from a book or some parts of his life that he already knows for so many years. And now let's go on to the characters of the story. And there were so many good characters out there who were so darn memorable. I will say for the three elderly ladies, they were the most generous ones in the movie. Only 2 out of 3 of them. One of them, these two ladies were mostly the grandmother figures to Sosuke, while the other was kind of grouchy, who believes in tsunami and all that stuff. And I will say for the main mothers, for Ponyo and Sosuke, I love Lisa. She's the most believable character of all time because she believes that maybe sometimes that fantasy can exist in some ways. And as for Ponyo's mother, she is definitely the most beautiful character I have ever seen in my life. She's very beautiful, she's sweet, she loves humans, and she has great magical powers, something that's kind of pure and good. I really love both of the ladies for, who are the mothers for both Sosuke and Ponyo. And as for Ponyo and Sosuke, they were the most smartest anime characters I have ever seen in my life. They were very smart, very brave, they know how to take care of themselves in the whole entire movie, and somehow in some ways they're the most mature kids I have ever seen in my life, and they know how to become grown-ups themselves without any adults around. I really love Sosuke and Ponyo. They are the most cutest, beautiful, youngest love couple I have ever seen in a great Miyazaki movie. And now let's go on to my most favorite character of the whole entire movie, Fujimoto. I frickin' love Fujimoto. He is the most coolest character I have ever seen in this movie. I love his personality, I love his attitude, he's a comedy relief, he's not really a villain at all. I love his red hair, I love his suit, but most of all, the best part I love about Fujimoto is the voice actor who plays him. And you have no idea who plays Fujimoto. The great and mighty Liam Nesson! I mean, Liam Nesson did a fantastic job playing with this great character. His voice had matched up the character so darn well, and I really loved the part where Liam Nesson played the most funniest character that he ever played for so many years, along with Aslan, Qui-Gon Jinn, my Brian Mills, or some other characters that you liked that he played. And to tell you the truth is, when Liam Neeson played Fujimoto, I think that will be his most underrated character that he ever played in his life. I mean, hands down. And now, ladies and dudes, here's the most biggest moment that all of you have been waiting for. Here's my final thoughts of the movie. Overall, Ponyo is such a great movie. It had a good storyline, great animation, great memorable characters. I love the score. I just love it all the above. I mean, this movie rules. You better check this out to believe it. And so, I give this movie a perfect high-rating score of 10 out of 10. I mean, this is one of the great Miyazaki films of all time, along with Spirited Away. Alright, ladies and dudes, that is it for now. That is my 5th movie review of Ponyo. I hope you enjoyed this review. And join me next time for my next movie to come is Who Framed Roger Rabbit. and one of my most favorite movies of all time. And I want to remind everybody, for the people who are a big fan of Taken, I hope everybody are saving their money to see Taken 2. Even I am. I'm trying really hard to save some money to see Taken 2. It is one of my dreams and one of my goals. And so, that is it for now. I will see you all later. Sayonara.